Alright, what's up, Dragon Brew? Today we're going to be playing some Rakdos so we can discard our own stuff and get some value for it. There's a few new cards that make the cut here, but also some older cards that kind of fit that we've thrown to the wayside. And this comes to us by way of one of the Pro Tour deck lists. There's been a few versions of this going around that I've seen lately, so it looked like somebody actually brought this to the Pro Tour. I did have some differences in my list than theirs. Mostly, we'll talk about them here in a second. But starting at the top, we do have some Bloodthorn Flail. This is actually fine because we can just discard a card to equip it. Super good stuff when you want to discard all your cards. Grimbauble, just some good removal. You can also sacrifice this to Surveil and put stuff in the graveyard, which is important because we have Moonshadow. Putting stuff in the graveyard lets you remove those counters. Marauding Mako. This is another way that we can discard and get some value, or you could cycle this card itself. We do have Bitter Triumph as another way we could discard cards. Iron Shield Elf. This is a card that everybody seems to be wanting to get into deck lists right now, so if you're a fan of this card, now's your time. Fear of missing out, obviously, if we're putting a bunch of stuff in the graveyard. This should work out well for us, get some extra attack steps. As well as Inti, Seneschal the Sun. This is an easy way to discard something, get some value. We do have a couple of copies of Case of the Crimson Pulse so that we can get more cards. And 3 copies of Flamewake Phoenix. So if we do have something power 4 or greater on the battlefield, then we can, at the beginning of combat, pay a red mana, get this back, have it attacking. We do have Alesha Who Laughs at Fate, because all of our stuff costs so little, we should be able to get these back out of the graveyard after attacking and triggering the raid ability here, so that should be really good. Monument to Endurance. By the way, Alesha is one of the cards that's not on the other list. But Monument to Endurance, this is another way that if we're discarding all these cards, hopefully results in more damage. And then a couple of copies of Desecrates, or Carnage if you play it in paper, where we can discard this and get a 4/3, which is great. And we can also return something from the graveyard, and it has the ability that if it damages the opponent, then we have to sacrifice it. So a little extra value just going on here and seeing where we can take advantage of discarding stuff. Now, if you like this deck and want to buy it, or anything else, just bling out your commander deck, or maybe just get some more Lorwyn cards, check out Tales of Adventure. It's TOAMagic.com. You can use my code DRAGON, it's DRAGN, and it'll save you 5% on literally everything you buy on their website. And with that business done, let's go discard some cards and hopefully get some wins. Sure, we'll keep this. It has castable cards, assuming we play the right lands first. Dun, dun, dun. What you got, opponent? Nothing exciting, they said. Alright, go attacking. This is kind of interesting because we could just play Carnage just because, if we wanted to. God, we've drawn so much land. This is sad for us. I mean, go attacking. The one thing I will say about Iron Shield Elf is, remember, we can just discard because. We don't need a reason. Alright, you're playing white-black, so you probably don't have an instant speed way to deal with this. Alright, end the turn. A Lord Skitter. Sure. I think what I'm going to do is discard a swamp, but just to trigger that and draw a card, actually. Well, that wasn't the most useful thing, was it? Guess I'll discard another one. Let's deal 3 to the opponent. Why not? Okay, and another Marauding Mako. Alright, I guess we're just attacking. My opponent doesn't have any good blocks here. We'll probably just cycle the Mako. Cycle Mako. We put counters on a thing. We get to draw a card. Actually, let's cycle this first. I will choose to make a treasure. And then to this, I will discard that to give it indestructible or whatever. And we will draw a card. In case a sweeper is lurking, because that feels very believable here. And we have Marauding Mako in the yard. Okay. That seems fine. In the turn. Servanden. Okay. Sure, you got it. Not even mad about it. All right. Let's discard this. Deal 3 to the opponent. Flame Wake. That'll do it. Because it just has haste on its own. It can come over the top. All right, attack for 3. And then we'll just discard, and that'll do it. Deal 3. That's how we want it to work. I gamble on a lot of hands just for y'all to see how stuff plays out, but there's no way we can keep this, right? Lands in a bunch of 3s. That's not even experiment level. Let's keep this, and I don't even know what I'm getting rid of here. Maybe just the swamp? I don't know. Play this tapped. It's going to be a little bit of an interesting scenario. Let's play this first and see what the opponent does. No, they don't have any instant speed removal. It's good to know. They do have a house squad heavy, however. That is disappointing because we're up against goblins, and I don't think with no removal here we're going to have a real shot. I'm tempted to block this just so they have fewer guys, and then next turn just play Alesha, attack, get back fear of missing out. I think that's what I want to do. Might be a little overzealous, honestly, but 'tis whatever. Go attacking. I was gonna say, I don't see them blocking there. Go ahead and play Alesha. In the turn, get that back. We will discard probably an Alesha. Ooh, okay. Grimbauble might do something in this matchup. Now, I assume if they have a removal spell, you use it on Alesha here to just stop me from doing shenanigans. And then next turn, we're able to bobble and case to empty our hand. Well, I say that. Well, I mean, we could discard to empty our hand. We'll have an extra card somewhere in there. I mean, I might get punished for discarding the other Alesha. They're obviously thinking about removing it here. And with good reason. I mean, I probably would as well if I were them. All right, they went to 15 for it. They did have to lose some life, so that's fine. Like, it's one of those things you don't want to happen, but you're not mad that it happened. Opponent's like, I need to get up on my speed, friend. All right. And then now fear of missing out dies. No. Okay, weird. I wonder what they were pausing for there. Okay. I think we play this, we discard a card, then draw. What if we just do this? Then we play this, we'll discard an artifact to the yard, which helps a few things. Yeah, that's not bad. And then I'm just going to not attack here. Just to force them to use other cards. Like, if they want to get their speed up, they're going to have to do something extra here. Because if they get their speed up, then they just try to drop... what's his name? The goblin just taps and makes copies for each goblin and just gets silly. And we don't want that happening. That's bad for business. If we get an untapped land here, though, and can empty our hand, that would be nice. You're going to exile that? Well, that makes us sad. Okay. Not much I can do about it. You got it. Also sucks, too. It didn't even go to our graveyard. We get no value out of it. Not a great time for us. I guess we do this. And do this. And then just hope they can't do silly things on their turn. There's a land. We can attack with this. Discard this just so our hand's empty. And then that'll solve our case. And then we get access to more cards next turn. Now we just have to hope we don't die in 2 turns. That's basically what this is about now. Though I think we're kind of okay because we can give stuff trample. Unless they get rid of NT, obviously. Which they very well could. Oh, they're going to sack a dude and eat him alive again. Sure. Well, they sadly did reach full speed. Oh, they're putting a blight counter on it. That's fine. Okay, we'll block with one of these. All right, deck. Be good on these cards. Oh, that was awful. That would have been hard to be worse, let me tell you. Wow. Well, I mean, we're just going to discard and say, why not? See if we can find something useful. Okay, Grimbobble. Good stuff. Not mad at that. Yeah, we'll get rid of House Squad Heavy. Lose a life, but that's okay. I mean, this works out anyway because we wanted to play another NT. Because this is a use them or lose them situation. Alright. And even if some weird sweeper situation happened, we're not even that mad because we get new cards. Alright, let's go ahead and sacrifice this so we can surveil. Land goes away. I guess we'll take a Moonshadow. Why not? Okay, we could have done without some of that. Let's attack with 2 of these. I think we just attack with all of them here, actually. And just say, we'll work toward finding something good with this card we're going to draw. Oh, yeah. Fantastic. I mean, I guess I should just use it there, actually. Because even letting them block here is kind of stupid. Because we're going to lose the card regardless. Fortunately, they didn't block with it. I don't know why they didn't block with them, but we got lucky. All right, opponent's at 8. And we have a lot of damage. That's going to do it. All right. Yeah, with them having so many removal spells, I don't know if how much it would have changed things if we would have kept Alesha. We would have been able to get back like one thing, kept another thing out there, but I think both Aleshas would have ultimately died, but we still would have been plus a creature. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we still got the win. It just played out a little weird. Okay, let's keep it. I mean, this is weird because these don't really work with each other. You kind of need the other cards to do stuff. But let's go for it and see what happens. I mean, I guess I could cycle away Marauding Mako or something. I'm probably not going to, but we could. I guess I would if the opponent, like if we attacked and they were thinking about blocking, I might. Well, they can't block here anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we'll just attack for the 1. Go ahead and just play this. Yeah, the mono white auras deck, with this draw, we're going to be in trouble because we need to find a removal spell quick. I mean, I say that. We could stack up double monument, then hopefully draw some discardy thing. We'll see, though. Those decks can get moving pretty quick. Ooh, Alesha's an interesting card here. I'm going to attack with just this. I don't think they're going to double block by any stretch. But if they do, then we play Alesha and just get it back. Which would be fine. Not great, but, you know, at least does something. Probably lose this first monument to a shelter. Which would make a lot of sense. Alright, and what? There's always another enchantment. It's never just one. Okay, this time I guess it was just one. I mean, they could have the protective spell or whatever too, I guess. Okay, what are we supposed to do here? We kept a bad hand, and we're getting appropriately punished for it. And this is kind of what I say about Moonshadow. Like, unless you have the pieces immediately going, it doesn't really do anything. Huh. I don't know what to do with this, y'all. Yeah, because even if they just had the enchantment, they +1 pump the other. Like, we just get bad blocks or bad attacks here. Ugh. All right. I mean, we'll do it anyway. Let's see if we can bait them into something. And we got nothing other than the Marauding Mako here that would even let us discard cards. So we're in pretty bad shape. I'm going to go ahead and play Alesha anyway. But yeah, we need help off the top, like, right now. And we really need the opponent's hand to not be good. Because our hand's really bad here. Okay, so they had the shelter anyway. So yeah, at best, we have... Why are you even targeting that? People are so afraid of Moonshadow for no reason. Like, the only way we get back into this, realistically, is with Monument, most likely. And even then, we only have 2 turns. And that's assuming they don't find a way to give it double strike or something or whatever. Or even just pump it twice. I mean, we lose to that too. I guess we have to play this just so we don't die. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell them GG's. We're not winning this one. I know y'all want to see it played out, but we're not winning this. And the reason I say we're not winning is even to get rid of this, we would need effectively minimum of 6 mana, right? Which means we'd have to generate at least 1 from the monument while drawing into the removal spell to be able to do a thing. Like, this hand's just not there. And that's okay. Not every hand's going to. But sometimes you can just pack it up, move to the next one. Okay, let's keep it. We get to open with y'all's favorite Moon Shadow. Also, it's come up before where somebody said, "Ah, it's like you just don't want the cards to be good." No, it's not. Honestly, in all reality, I would want every card that y'all are fans of to be good, because then y'all would watch more videos, right? Instead of watching the cards not do the thing you want them to do. So I would be more encouraged to have the cards be good, not the opposite. The biggest thing is, though, I just try to make videos to help y'all learn things, figure things out, get deck building ideas. The single card strategy videos, you know, give y'all some insight on what you can do with your cards, you know, that sort of thing. And hopefully, you know, the resource works. I don't have a land in the graveyard. I could get a creature but I think I'm going to do this. We might need another card. Alright. Got a quick jump here against the, looks like mono green Landfall deck. We can get a creature in the yard easily. We can get an artifact in the yard easily. So that's good. And then I guess we get a bajillion attack steps. But these are the times that Moon Shadow looks solid, right? When your hand is all the discard things. So if they don't kill it early, it's like, all right, it's getting a counter off at least once a turn minimum, if not twice. Oh, it looks like our mono green opponent is roping out here. But that's okay. We don't mind. We'll just do this and get us a free card. Because if your hand's empty, you don't have to discard. Oh, and a monument. Perfect. Yep. That'll be all she wrote on this one. And that's it. Oh, boy. All right, I'm going to keep it. I feel like I should keep every hand with Moon Shadow, just so y'all can see it in action. But with this hand, Moon Shadow's not going to do much of anything unless we top deck a thing to... Actually, if we get a card that lets us discard here, it would be perfect. Because then we could at least set up turn 3 and 4 to do some fun stuff. Is this a green landfall deck? If so, they're going to have a pretty good advantage, I would think. Even crazier if they just play Badger Maul here. It was not. This is just a mono green aggro pile. That might be equally bad for us. Okay, that helps. So we're not mad at that. I think we just get rid of this now. And I'm just going to discard this. Before they have a chance to protect it and untap or whatever. There's probably something better we could hit with it, but that's fine. I'm hoping we can get done everything we need to. There's a Badger Mole Cub. Dang it. I was going to say on maybe around turn 5 or 6, but we may not get to live that long. Oh yeah, we're going to get wrecked. No removal spell. Bad times. Is it worth it to just discard a land here? Probably. And then just leave our creatures back, I think. Which is sad. Another Moon Shadow. You know what? Let's do it. F it. We're in. Alright. Worst case scenario next turn. We play Case. We discard draw. Just see where that leaves us. Opponent has a ton of mana here, though. I mean, honestly, the opponent could Crater Hoof here. And that would be lethal. Because it'd be Crater Hoof would be times Each one is 5. So they'd have at least 3 untapped creatures. Yeah, we'd be way dead. Well, I say that. We could probably... Yeah, no, we would, because Craterhoof's also 5. So that'd be 24, and currently we could block 7. So I guess we could take 17 and still die. They're going Ouroboros instead, though. Gonna go double Boroid? Actually, Ouroboros in anything is actually just bad here. People really do not love Moonshadow, but that does put a counter on the Ouroboros. So, all right, I'm just gonna give them the GGs. We're not gonna beat them before we get beat down. Yeah, let's keep this. Oh, against this deck? Man, taking damage actually sucks here, but I think we have to. Alright. I guess we just play Iron Shield Elf next turn. Leave it untapped and then just see what's up, I guess. A little bit aggressive, but they do get to scry. They left something on top, so they do like it, whatever it is. Who knows? Could be another shelter. Alright. Let's see what's up. To be honest, though, I don't know if this deck reliably beats the mono-white decks very often, if at all. Because even then, they're playing like the 1 mana Exile thing that costs 2 or less. You know, like there's just a bunch of problematic cards in that deck that we don't size up well against. Like we can get some good draws and get lucky, but generally speaking, I think it's a bad matchup. Not going to say we can't ever win, because I think that's overstating it, obviously, but it's a tough one. Okay. So, if we attack, we could discard Inti, get it back with Alesha, and then figure something out, because I don't know what we do after that. I mean, I guess... No, I was going to say I could discard Mako, but Mako's just easier to cast later. Yeah, that's fine. Then we'll discard this. Play Alesha. Hopefully these cards survive, because I don't know what we're going to do if they don't. We're just going to be in a world of hurt, I guess. Oh, we are in a world of hurt. Yeah. So we have 2 turns to try to figure out our business. At best. I don't think we have any realistic outs. I need Requiting Hex in here. That's what I need. Though they probably have an answer, which is the unfortunate part. The fact that they're even attacking here tells us this isn't good. But, yeah, I'll block. Oh, they didn't have it? Oh! Good bluff attack, though. Because I almost blocked with Alesha, and that would have kept the creature alive. I was generally thinking, like, you're not attacking there unless you have the solution, right? Well, we found a Grim Bauble, so... Alright. This only has the 1 ward on it. Yeah, okay. I mean, if they didn't try to save their creature, I'm assuming they don't have it. Yeah, they don't. Alright, well, that worked out better than anticipated. Go attacking, I suppose. Sure. Those just happen. Turn ends, we get back our Deuter. Okay. That could have went way worse. Honestly. I mean, we're still only at 9, and the opponent has stuff that gives creatures flying and whatnot. So, yep, speaking of. So I still don't think we can win, but... I mean, I guess if we draw another removal spell here, but we don't... Like, it has to be on top. If it's not the top card, there's nothing we can do here. And then we still have to worry about that next turn. Ugh. Alright, down to 4. We lose to so many cards here. Yep. We have no outs, I do not believe. So I'm trying to think of what else we could do. Because if we play the case, we discard and draw, but then it would have to be a 1 mana thing. And that's a 3 toughness. Yeah. Yeah, we're just dead. Like we just don't have a thing. We don't... Actually... nope, we don't have a way to draw, though. Because I was going to say, if we could have got the Phoenix, we could have blocked, maybe. Actually, no, because I'd have to find a way to get it to the graveyard. Dang it. Okay, we have to do this and draw a Phoenix so that we can get it back with Alesha. That's our only realistic out here. Like, I don't think anything else helps. So here we go. Okay, all right, we're there. We're at least in it. We're not dead yet, and that's something. Okay, let's attack with Alesha and this, because we still got to try to get some damage in here along the way. I'm gonna discard a card. Trigger, put the counter there. Alright. First strike, regular damage. Discard the Phoenix. Oh, we got another Phoenix? No, that's the same Phoenix. No, wait. Oh, because one's to Inti. I was like, where'd that other Phoenix come from? Alright, in the turn. We only get one Phoenix, unfortunately. The other is exiled. Now, if they still have anything, any enchantment or whatever to put on a creature, we still die, because we can only block one of these. So we need them to have basically just creatures or lands available. So, I mean, that was an exciting turn to just try to not die, basically. Alright, I mean, okay. I mean, it's a thing. What is this attack about? Opponent, why would you do this? This doesn't trample or anything, right? Like, what is this about? Sure, I guess. I think I'm going to discard... Oh, I should have discarded that. The Mako would have been a 5/5. Oh, I messed up. I messed up. I could have got rid of that. Oh, well. Wait, what? I still got rid of the creature I blocked, but I could have made the Mako a 5/5, and then it would have survived the 4 double strike damage, or the 2 double strike damage, which was 4. So that was a little bit of a mistake there. But I was just going to go ahead and discard the Marauding Mako here, so... Oh, but this wouldn't draw until the next turn. So I guess it wouldn't have done me any good there. I would have just had to play it there. Yeah, that was weird. I guess now the opponent was assuming we'd just be able to get back Phoenixes, but I still only had 1 in the yard, so I would have to dig to find another answer. However, Inti would have let us get another card. Alesha gets the Phoenix back. They would have also been on blocking duty, though. Like, if we attack, at a minimum, Alesha would have been 5. That's 9. 10, 11. Plus 1 is 12. So they would have had to block at least one thing. I assume you block with Scavenger and leave you options with Aerialist in case you draw something, because we're only at 4. But yeah, that could have been an exciting finish. I don't think the game was actually over just yet. Okay. We'll keep it. This feels like a pretty productive setup. I mean, obviously Moonshadow could go away right now, but we do have other options available. In a weird way, I kind of want to draw a land because I'm not even sure I want to discard Flamewake Phoenix playing against black, because there's a chance we don't have a power 4 or greater. Alright, losing the case is a little tough. Not going to lie. But they did do us a favor and put a counter on the Moonshadow, which is nice. So I'm going to take 2 here, play this. As much as I don't want to give them information, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Get another counter on, or remove a counter from the Moonshadow. Do have a land and enchantment in the graveyard currently. Inti's a nice pickup though. I don't hate that. Oh, you're going to have fun with this choice, opponent. Wait, did they misclick and just not take something there? What's going on today? There's... Okay. I guess we just attack. And I'll discard this. Alright. Well, I guess that's all that took. Yeah, I have to assume the opponent just misclicked and didn't take a card there. Or they were planning on doing something that gets rid of all the small creatures or some such, maybe. But even then, like, conceding there, I'm not sure why they would have done that. So, yeah, that's a... I don't know what... I'm going to assume misclick happened there, because that's a little weird. Alright, let's try it. There's another Moonshadow. I have a feeling we're going to have to off a Badger Mole Cub here. No, we do not. It is a Flourishing Bloomkin of all things. Wow. It's not a card you see very often, huh? I guess we just play this? Attack? Feels a little weird, but maybe it's correct. Mossborn Hydra. Glad I waited. I'd much rather get rid of a Mossborn Hydra here. That feels like so much better value. Discard a card. I'm just not sure if it should be the Desacrix. I'm going to make it a land, actually. And then attack. I mean, we're still significantly behind if they just keep playing lands and attacking here, but we'll see. Alright, Paw Patch is digging, so that's probably good for us. Oh, that's actually great for us here. So, love that. Go attacking. We will discard one of those. Have a bunch of triggers happen here. Just got a land, which we're not that excited about. Alright. Opponent's at 8. Looking a lot better for us now. Yeah, we're just attacking with everything. Discard. Lots of stuff getting juiced up. Put the trample there. Wow, just another land. That has trample, opponent. That's not the block you want. Unless you have like a giant growth. And the others are 9. You have to block at least the 5/5 here. Oh, I don't think it matters, actually. Unless they have a giant growth or something, there's no good blocks here. Which they might actually still have it. So who knows? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. We'll take it. Oh man, I feel like there's so much to say about this deck. good news is the cards we added in actually worked. You know, Alesha bringing stuff back, Desecrates for being trample, and also getting us things from the yard. So those did what we wanted to do. I'm not a huge fan though of the flail, and I've seen all the other lists playing like built like this are playing the flail, and I get it because it's a free discard outlet, but there's a lot of times I think in the current standard, especially on the best of one ladder, where you just need a removal spell, right? And I think if we're going to play a removal spell, it probably needs to be something like burst lightning or lightning strike, something like that that we can send upstairs, and it's not just dead in the control matchups, right? Because there's likely going to be a few more control decks running around because a couple of them did decently at the Pro Tour, so people will just copy those decks and play them. So we know that's coming. They are beatable. Don't freak out about it. It's just a thing. But that being said, you don't want as many dead cards, right? So that's probably the first thing I would change. The other problem with the deck is you also kind of want stuff like Requiting Hex, and like there's just a bunch of other cards we want, right? And I think those are good to have. Nothing wrong with them. And truthfully, in this list, you might even send something to the graveyard with the extra -1 or whatever to be able to, you know, get a couple of life, Alesha get something back. So that could be useful. I wouldn't necessarily say that's a bad option. But do I think it's overall what I would call good? Meh. I mean, it was better than 50%, but I also felt like I got lucky in a couple of matchups too. So, I mean, if those lucky games play out regularly, where I think the opponent's is advantage, I don't think this is going to be the thing I would recommend people play. I get it, like the elf is cool, it can survive, you know, board sweepers and things like that. But all told, I just don't know. I don't know how hard I can recommend this deck to people. It was fun, it was interesting, don't get me wrong. I'm not upset that I played it, but I think it's just has so many spots where it's going to struggle, right? Because you're going to like, I need to... Actually, I know what it is. The cards that you want to have more of don't necessarily help your game plan, right? Where if we want to have more burn spells, or we want to have more removal spells, or, you know, some more sizable creatures so we could fight without having to build our creatures up sometimes later in the game or whatever. You can't really do that if you're doing the go fast discard plan, right? So you're kind of just all in and hope you get a little lucky and you're trying to high roll. It's just one of those decks, which is totally okay. Some decks are just going to be like that. And if you're fine just tossing it in on the queue, and whether that's on the play queue or on the ladder and going for it, it's fine. But yeah, I don't think this is something you're going to do a lot of high ranking with really quickly. You can rank with it. I just think it's going to be a bit slower than you would think. But that's not necessarily a bad thing if you're having fun with the deck. But either way, link will be over on Moxfield so you can download it and try it for yourself. And y'all can make a decision and let me know if I'm crazy or not. But that's all I have for now. We'll see you next time.